Lately, I have been thinking about my favorite sports team, and to be honest, I find it quite fascinating that all of the sports teams that I support are all losers. As you can probably tell from the thumbnail and the title, my favorite sports teams are Barcelona, Chelsea for the more popular and the real football, Cincinnati Bengals for the American football, and last but not the least, Golden State Warriors for the basketball. I don't watch any other sports. I don't watch cricket. I don't watch hockey. I don't watch baseball and all that other nonsense. These are the teams that I follow, and there is one thing in common with all of them. They were good winners in the past, but right now they are in total shambles. And I wanted to talk about it. Hi, my name is Paras Timalsina. I have just started my YouTube journey. I'm also a civil engineer, so you might see me post about civil engineering stuff here and there, but I really like to talk in front of a camera. So without further ado, let's start. First of all, I want to divide this video into segments. The first segment being why I chose the sports team that I did, what are my emotional values with that team. Second, how I think this team should proceed going forward, and my final thoughts on what should be improved and what not should be improved. First of all, why did I fall in love with this team? First of all, Barcelona. I think everybody's favorite team. I think there was a famous meme that at 7 years old, you choose either Barcelona or Real Madrid and you just live or die by it. I was pretty same. I think it was in 2009 that I fell in love with Barcelona after the Champions League final. One of my big brothers told me about the team, and I started watching football immediately, and I fell in love with that team with Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Henry, Eto'o. These people made me love with football, and on my other team, Chelsea, I started following them after 2012. After the whole 2008, let's just say scandal, I actually rooted for Chelsea in 2012 against Barcelona, even though I was completely in love with Barcelona. I don't know why, because I was pretty young. Now keep in mind I was 11 years at that time, so I don't know why I did that, but I did with Chelsea. And now looking back, I think it was probably the wrong decision. I don't know. Okay, the second of all, I want to talk about Golden State Warriors. Okay, call me a bandwagon fan, but I jumped into Golden State hype after the Kevin Durant trade after in 2017 or 17, I think. Yeah, they just went and completely dominated everything after the humiliating loss in 2016 against LeBron James and Kyrie and the Cleveland. And yeah, I also became a bandwagon fan for the Cincinnati Bengals after they drafted Joe Burrow. So yeah, pretty much I'm a bandwagon fan. But yeah, and what other team did I mention? Barcelona, Chelsea. I didn't talk about how I fell in love with Chelsea. I think I briefed upon it a little bit, but I fell in love with them in the 2012 semi-final against Barcelona. And ever since then, Chelsea for life, baby. I watched pretty much every Chelsea game. I wanted to go to the 2021 Champions League final so bad. I even planned a ticket for it, but alas, I couldn't due to some issues, mainly financial, but more so my family problems. But even if given the chance, I will go again. And the Club World Cup just 2 months prior, I also plan to go to that one, but let's just say some things went bad, and I will touch upon it on a future video for sure. If you want me to do that, don't forget to let me know in the comments, and while you're there, please consider subscribing. And let's just get on what is the current state of all of my favorite teams. First of all, Barcelona. They look promising. Even though we got battered during the semi-finals of the Champions League last year, we won 2 trophies, and even though that Inter team I didn't find very strong, and there were some coaching decisions that could have been better, I think we are still pretty strong with the addition of Rashford. We are still the competitive team. We are the youngest team ever. And I read somewhere that Rashford is at 27 years old, and Rashford is one of the oldest players in the team, which is quite fascinating actually, because our team is made up of just 19 years, 20 years, 21 year olds, and Lamine Yamal just scored second in the Ballon d'Or. So that is awesome. Second of all, Chelsea, we just won the Club World Cup. Yay! So I don't care if we lose 1-3 to Brentford, it doesn't matter, because we will get in the top 4 in the Champions League final. I mean in the Champions League bracket. I mean in the Premier League bracket. I don't think we are ready to compete for the Champions League yet. And I know there is Barcelona and Chelsea game coming soon, and I have no idea who I'm going to root for. I probably won't even watch that game. Just watch the score at morning time. That's how it is going. And for Chelsea, I've been hearing rumors of various players going to Real Madrid. I don't know if it's true, like Enzo Fernandez which I don't believe, and I hope it's not true. Golden State Warriors, we just added Horford, which I don't know much about. I think it was in Boston Celtics before he jumped on to another team, and now he's in Golden State Warriors. I don't know much about Horford, but I will say last season I was very optimistic on adding Jimmy Butler, and the first few games we we played very well. I really like Jimmy Butler, and I watched the final and I watched the 2022 final just because of Jimmy Butler, because I really wanted the Heat to win. I am also a Heat fan, but not that big as Golden State Warriors. So yeah, adding Jimmy Butler was a plus for me. But this season I'm not so optimistic. I don't know why, because our team is made up of unk party, as they say in the comments. Draymond is Steph is I think 37, Butler is I think 35, Al Horford is like 36 or something. So yeah, our team is very old, but there is still chance because it is Golden State Warriors. Nobody expected us to win the championship that we did against Boston, but we did. So let's just say I still have hope for this. Now for Cincinnati Bengals. I hate my life. What is the offensive lineman doing? Joe Burrow again got injured. He already won two. What is that placeholder trophy that they give to players? He already won that twice, and he is going to win a third time the next season. But I really hope that Joe Burrow comes back soon, because this quarterback, whatever Browning or whatever his name, is not cut out for this. We just lost like embarrassing to the Broncos, who, mind you, beat us to the playoffs last season. So this is quite unfortunate and quite embarrassing actually. I hate being a Cincinnati fan. I hate being a Bengals fan. It just sucks. I'm considering moving to the Commanders because Jaden Daniels. Yeah, call me a bandwagon fan. I am a bandwagon fan. But I don't know. I don't think Jaden Daniels, even though they reached, I think NFC East conference. I think they reached the conference finals last season. I don't think Jaden Daniels still got out for this job. And there is also the what's this called? Sophomore slump. I think that's what they say, that every player gets a sophomore slump at their second year. I don't know how true that is, but I did see Brock Purdy getting that, and also, but Joe Burrow took our team to the semifinal, to the Super Bowl during his second year. So I don't know how true that is. But yeah, I don't really like how my team is doing right now, and we just lost. Okay, now moving forward, what I think team should do moving forward. First of all, Barcelona. We are in a great position. I don't think we need to improve on anything. Probably add a better striker because Lewandowski is getting older. I think we still have Ferran Torres, but I don't trust Ferran Torres that much. Rafinha should come back sooner than later. Second up is Chelsea. We need to do something about this, because even though I said that we will finish top 4 in the Premier League bracket, I still want to win the Premier League or at least beat Chelsea. I don't like Chelsea. Obviously. Third, Golden State Warriors. I am pretty optimistic about Golden State Warriors. Never mind what I said earlier. We still have a chance. We are still the Golden State Warriors. We are the only NBA team that every other team fears. And about Bengals, I don't know what can we do other than wait for Burrow to recover, and then we can get back to our normal procedure. And yeah, that's all my talk about my favorite teams. If you like seeing me rant, please consider subscribing. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm planning to do a video a day, and let's see how well that pans out. Okay, bye guys. Subscribe.